All right, class, we are skipping ahead a little bit to properties, lesson 6. I will be able to describe, identify, and use properties of operations. Okay, so first of all, we have to know what the properties are. All right, so identity property of addition. It is the sum of a number and 0 is that number. Okay, and this should say 0. All right. So an example of this, let me scribble that out so you don't look at that, okay, would be like 5 plus 0 equals 5, okay? Over here, identity property of multiplication is the product of a number and 0. Oops, not 0. Miss West made a mistake. Not 0. I was so worried about the 0 from before. The product of a number and 1 is that number. Okay, so that would be like 12 times 1 is still 12. So with the identity property, whatever you start with is what you're going to end with. Okay? Let's keep going. We have more properties. Okay? The commutative property, it is the order in which numbers are added or multiplied does not change the sum or product. Okay, so this is going to be true with like 4 plus 8. Okay, the order doesn't matter. So 8 plus 4 would also work. I was hoping this typing tool would help it look nicer, but I'm having to change a little bit. Okay, so another example would be so we could use 5 times 9. Very similar. Okay, we could write it as 9 times 5, and it doesn't change. Okay, so this is not true for subtraction and division. This is only true for addition and multiplication. All right, so let's look at this. We're going to change colors for fun. All right, associative property. The order in which numbers are grouped does not change the sum or the product. Okay, and I guess I want to write this really big. Group doesn't matter. Okay, and you should be writing this in the exact same spot I am. Okay? So this one would look like 5 plus 4 plus 7. Okay? 5 plus 4 plus 7. So let's say I put 5 plus 4 in parentheses. It's not going to change my answer, my sum, if I put 4 plus 7 in parentheses. Same thing happens with 5 times 12 times 2. And 5 times 12 times 2. Okay, because it's all multiplication, it doesn't matter if I do 5 times 12 or if I do 12 times 2 first. Okay? And up here, I do want to write this, order. Doesn't matter. Okay? So who they can communicate, if you're pretending they can only communicate with who's next to them, it doesn't matter what order they're in. Okay? Associative, it's who they associate with. So who are they in a group with? It doesn't matter. Okay? And our very last one is the product of any number and 0 is 0. Okay, this is just that rule that tells us the 0 property of multiplication. Okay, so 0 times 5 is still 0. Okay, tomorrow we will be finishing up these notes and using them and identifying them. Okay, but make sure you have all of the definitions and you have examples for each one. This is very important to me, as is this. Okay, these two are kind of like your keywords, the ones that you remember in your head. Okay, all right, so you have examples and you have definitions. Okay, we will practice more tomorrow. Have a great day, and tell me up in this corner what you think the hardest property to remember is. Okay? So just write one of the properties up here that you think is harder to remember than others. All right? Have a great day.